Somewhere in the endless Nevada desert, far from the eyes of the public, lies a place wrapped in mystery and silence. Fences topped with sensors stretch for miles. Warning signs declare that trespassers will face severe consequences, and the desert itself seems to hide secrets under its shifting sands. For decades, the government refused to acknowledge this place even existed. Yet the name has become legendary. It is known as Area 51. For some, Area 51 is nothing more than a remote military testing ground. For others, it is the most important location in the world, a place where the United States hides proof of extraterrestrial life. The truth is hidden behind barbed wire, armed guards, and decades of silence. And perhaps that is why the fascination has never faded. To understand Area 51, we must return to the early years of the Cold War. The 1950s were an era of fear and competition. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a dangerous rivalry, each desperate to prove its dominance. America needed to build spy planes that could fly higher, faster, and undetected over enemy territory. But such projects demanded total secrecy. For the CIA, Groom Lake, a dry lakebed in Nevada's vast desert, was the perfect location, isolated, surrounded by mountains, and invisible to the public. In 1955, construction began, and a secret facility was born. The first plane tested there was the U-2 spy plane. It was capable of flying above 70,000 feet, beyond the reach of Soviet defenses. Later came the SR-71 Blackbird, a sleek black jet that could outrun missiles and cruise at more than 3 times the speed of sound. Decades later, the F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter would emerge from the same desert, its angular design invisible to radar. Each of these aircraft represented a leap in technology, decades ahead of anything the public believed possible. And all of them were developed and tested at Area 51. But with secrecy came suspicion. Locals in Nevada began to notice strange lights in the sky, bright objects darting across the horizon at impossible speeds. Some hovered silently, while others glowed before vanishing into the night. In truth, these were experimental flights of advanced aircraft, but the government denied these programs even existed. And so, the public was left with no explanation. If they were not human planes, then what were they? The seeds of conspiracy had already been planted years earlier in 1947, when a strange object crashed near Roswell, New Mexico. Witnesses described metallic debris that looked nothing like any aircraft of the time. Some claimed they saw bodies, not human, among the wreckage. At first, the U.S. military declared they had recovered a flying disc, but within a day, they changed the story, saying it was nothing more than a weather balloon. This sudden reversal fueled suspicion. Many began to believe the wreckage, and perhaps alien bodies, were secretly transported to Area 51 for study. The link between Roswell and Area 51 became stronger over the decades, and then in 1989, everything changed. A man named Bob Lazar appeared on television, claiming he had worked near Area 51 at a site called S4. His testimony shook the world. Lazar claimed the U.S. government was not just building advanced jets. According to him, they were reverse engineering alien spacecraft. He described 9 different crafts hidden in hangars carved into the mountainside. He spoke of propulsion systems that bent gravity itself, powered by a mysterious element not yet known to science. He claimed to have personally worked on one of these crafts, studying a reactor that produced its own gravitational field. His story was extraordinary. He said the craft did not rely on fuel or engines, but instead manipulated space-time, allowing it to move in ways no human aircraft ever could. Lazar even mentioned the craft used something he called Element 115, long before that element was officially synthesized in laboratories. His claims captured the imagination of millions. To some, he was a whistleblower exposing the greatest secret in human history. To others, he was a fraud. His academic records and work history could not be verified. But whether true or not, his words forever tied Area 51 to the legend of UFOs and alien technology. Meanwhile, the government maintained total silence. For decades, Area 51 did not exist on maps. Satellite images of the site were classified. Workers who traveled there commuted on unmarked planes from Las Vegas, flights known only as the Janet flights. They told their families nothing about what they did. Security around the base was unlike any other in the country. Armed guards patrolled the perimeter, known by locals as the Camo Dudes. If anyone wandered too close, they would appear almost instantly, their trucks kicking up desert dust, ready to escort the intruder away. Signs warned that deadly force was authorized against trespassers. The secrecy was absolute. This silence only deepened the mystery. Was Area 51 simply about military technology, or was it hiding something more extraordinary? In the skies above Nevada, reports of strange sightings continued. Pilots and civilians alike described glowing orbs, disc-shaped craft, and triangular vehicles that moved silently and defied explanation. Some of these could be explained by secret tests of experimental planes, but not all. In 2013, after nearly 60 years of denial, the CIA finally acknowledged Area 51. They released documents confirming its use as a test site for the U-2 and other spy planes. The official story was simple. It was about keeping America's military technology hidden from enemies. But by then, the legends had grown far too large. To the public, Area 51 was no longer just a base. It was the heart of the greatest mystery of all, whether we are alone in the universe. The fascination spread beyond the desert. A stretch of road leading toward the facility was named the Extraterrestrial Highway. Tourists came from around the world, hoping to catch a glimpse of something unusual in the sky. Businesses along the route embraced the legend. Gas stations decorated their walls with neon green aliens. Restaurants served alien-themed meals. Motels filled their rooms with UFO murals. The mystery of Area 51 became part of American culture, woven into books, films, television shows, and video games. The legend reached new heights in 2019, when a joke Facebook event titled "Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop All of Us" went viral. Millions of people signed up, declaring they would rush the gates of the base to uncover the truth. While most treated it as a joke, thousands actually traveled to Nevada. The desert town near the base was flooded with tourists in alien costumes, music festivals, and celebrations. The military, however, was not amused. They issued warnings that trespassing would be met with force. In the end, no one stormed the base, but the event revealed how deeply Area 51 captures the imagination of the world. So what is truly inside Area 51? The most rational explanation is experimental technology. History shows us that the base produced aircraft decades ahead of their time. If the U-2, the Blackbird, and the stealth fighter emerged from Groom Lake, then it is reasonable to believe that even more advanced craft are being tested there now. Hypersonic planes, stealth drones, perhaps even weapons the world is not ready to see. But secrecy creates suspicion. If it is only about aircraft, why such extreme protection? Why deny its existence for so long? And why do so many witnesses, from civilians to trained pilots, continue to report things that cannot be explained? Some believe there are vast underground chambers beneath the desert where alien technology is hidden from the world. Others believe the government has made contact with beings from beyond our planet, and Area 51 is where those secrets are stored. Whether true or not, the mystery has grown larger than the base itself. For millions around the world, Area 51 represents secrecy, hidden truths, and the possibility that humanity has already touched the stars without knowing it. To continue our journey into the mystery of Area 51, we must move beyond the desert fences and the official records, and step into the world of speculation, whispers, and unanswered questions. If part one was about history and the known past, then now we enter the deeper shadows, the rumors of hidden facilities, secret technologies, and perhaps even contact with beings beyond Earth. Over the years, countless witnesses have stepped forward with strange stories. Some are ordinary civilians, others claim to be former employees or contractors who once worked in classified projects. Their testimonies vary, but they all point in the same direction, that the secrets of Area 51 extend far beyond experimental jets. Some say the true base lies underground, stretching miles below the desert floor. According to these accounts, tunnels connect Groom Lake to other secret facilities, even stretching as far as Nellis Air Force Base and possibly to distant mountains. Within these hidden chambers, people claim the government stores alien spacecraft, advanced weapons, and technologies that are centuries beyond our own. The idea of underground facilities is not as impossible as it might sound. During the Cold War, the US government built massive bunkers beneath mountains, hidden silos for nuclear missiles, and command centers designed to survive a nuclear war. If those projects could be built in secret, why not vast laboratories hidden beneath Nevada's desert? In fact, satellite images show unusual terrain around Groom Lake, ridges, ventilation shafts, and unusual patterns that suggest more lies beneath the surface than meets the eye. The heart of the alien legend, however, remains the technology said to be studied there. Witnesses often describe craft that defy the known laws of physics, objects that hover silently without wings or rotors, vehicles that accelerate instantly, making turns so sharp no human pilot could survive. These are the so-called tic-tac crafts, the flying saucers, the glowing triangles. In recent years, even the US Navy has confirmed encounters with unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, that resemble these descriptions. While the military does not link them directly to Area 51, the timing and secrecy suggest some connection. Could Area 51 be the testing ground for reverse-engineered alien propulsion systems? Or are these simply human inventions so advanced they appear alien to the rest of the world? Some insiders claim the propulsion system involves manipulating gravity itself. Instead of pushing against air like a jet or using combustion like a rocket, these craft allegedly bend the very fabric of space-time. Bob Lazar described it decades ago. Reactors powered by element 115, creating their own gravitational fields. Today, we know element 115 exists, though only in tiny, unstable amounts. But what if a stable version exists? What if Area 51 holds the secret to unlocking it? The implications would be staggering. With such technology, travel across the solar system, even the galaxy, would become possible. Wars would be fought not with missiles, but with craft capable of outmaneuvering anything on Earth. Humanity's entire place in the universe could change, and perhaps that is why secrecy is so absolute. If such power exists, it cannot fall into the wrong hands. Yet secrecy always has a cost. For the residents of Nevada, life around Area 51 has never been ordinary. Many locals recall nights when the sky lit up with strange lights. Ranchers reported cattle mutilations, with animals found dead in bizarre conditions, their organs removed with surgical precision and no trace of predators. These stories were dismissed as folklore, but they became linked with UFOs and the idea that Area 51 was somehow involved. Workers at the base faced their own hardships. Some later testified in court about being exposed to toxic chemicals during secret projects. Because they could not even acknowledge the existence of their work, they struggled to receive medical help. Their testimonies painted a picture of a place where secrecy mattered more than human life. A place where silence was enforced not just by law, but by fear. Despite the dangers, curiosity never faded. Journalists, investigators, and UFO hunters devoted their lives to uncovering Area 51's secrets. They camped in the desert with cameras, scanning the skies. Some caught glimpses of unusual craft, others saw nothing but stars. But every small piece of evidence, every photograph, every testimony added to the legend. And then there is the question of contact. Could it be that Area 51 hides not only alien technology, but alien life itself? The rumors persist. Some claim that bodies recovered from Roswell and other crashes were stored here, preserved in secret laboratories. A few go even further, suggesting that live beings were kept for study. These claims are nearly impossible to prove, but they fuel the fire of speculation. If even a fraction of them are true, then Area 51 is not just about protecting technology. It is about protecting the most profound discovery in human history, that we are not alone. Cultural impact has made Area 51 bigger than the desert it occupies. From Hollywood blockbusters to conspiracy documentaries, the base has become a symbol of government secrecy, a symbol of humanity's curiosity, a symbol of the possibility that the universe is filled with life. Movies like Independence Day imagined alien ships hidden within its hangars. TV shows like The X-Files turned Area 51 into the heart of their mysteries. Video games created entire missions around breaking into the base. For generations, Area 51 has been more than a location. It has been a story that belongs to everyone. In recent years, declassified documents and official admissions have shed more light on the base. But instead of ending the mystery, they have only deepened it. Yes, we now know that Area 51 was the birthplace of revolutionary jets. Yes, we know it remains a site for advanced military testing, but even the most rational explanations cannot erase decades of unanswered questions. Why were so many sightings reported that do not match any known aircraft? Why such extreme secrecy for so long? Why deny its existence at all, unless something much larger was being hidden? For believers, the answer is simple. The government knows far more about extraterrestrial life than it admits. For skeptics, the answer is equally clear. Secrecy breeds imagination, and Area 51 is nothing more than a symbol of classified defense projects. Yet between these two extremes lies a middle ground that is perhaps even more fascinating. It may be that Area 51 is both a place of human innovation so advanced it appears alien, and perhaps also a place where fragments of the unknown, whether from the stars or from accidents on Earth, have been studied in silence. What cannot be denied is the power of the mystery. Area 51 has become the stage upon which humanity projects its greatest fears and hopes. Fear of government control, hope for contact with something greater, fear of weapons too powerful to imagine, hope for technologies that could one day take us beyond the stars. In the end, perhaps the true secret of Area 51 is not whether aliens are hidden there, but the reminder that the universe is vast, full of mysteries, and that humanity is always searching for answers. Maybe the desert base in Nevada is only a mirror, reflecting our deepest curiosity. The locked gates and silent skies keep us guessing, and that endless guessing has become part of the story itself. So, when you look up at the night sky, remember that the lights you see may be stars or planets or human machines soaring through the dark, but maybe, just maybe, they are something more. And if they are, there is no better place on Earth where those secrets would be hidden than Area 51. Because in the end, Area 51 is not just a place on a map. It is a mystery, a legend, and a symbol of the unknown. And perhaps that unknown is what keeps humanity moving forward, always searching, always wondering, always looking to the stars.